Uncle Thomas to me.
He is at this point. They got a whole compilation of times that white guy was blacker than Steve.
Max Kellerman.
Max, yeah, I believe Max. I didn't even watch ESPN like that, but I thought that video was hilarious.
Didn't you say you checked in?
Yeah, I checked him in at the hotel when I worked at the Embassy Suites. He was tall as shit, and he looked tired as hell. And
Stephen A?
as much as a jerk as he seems to be on TV,
He was cool.
he didn't say a word to me. I looked at him, I knew exactly who he was, and I didn't want to bother him, so I didn't say anything either.
I mean, you had to like ask him for his ID and shit, right?
Yeah, but the man checks to 1,000 hotels. He had it in his hand, he just gave it to me. That was interesting. It was him, the famous person I saw. I saw the guy from not Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead.
Which
the
one?
guy who
There's
plays
a lot.
Rick,
Oh, okay.
and then the big gingered guy with the mustache.
They were staying at the hotel?
They stayed at the hotel.
For what?
And then look, I was trying to be cool, but my fucking coworker who was a fanatic came
like,
over
"Rick!"
and she was just like, "Oh my goodness!" And then they were like, "Oh, we're just really good doubles or something." Obviously, that was not true.
Capping ass niggas.
They were there because of Comic-Con.
Isn't the...
Comic-Con is happening soon.
It's in the summer, right? It's in
Yeah.
July. Yeah, it
Mhm.
is. That's crazy.
Y'all
I never
trying to
gone.
go? What's up?
I never
One of my
got, and I had
homegirls is
tickets.
curating there. Like she's like selling her paintings.
Oh,
Okay.
word!
Mhm.
What?
Shit.
What does she
Yeah.
paint?
She paints Halsey's World.
Oh, I think so.
My homegirl that like really put me onto like these events.
I think we looked it up too. It's probably going to be in the
She
recent.
has not like specific paint, like things that she paints, but she has this style, and I don't know how to describe it. It's really trippy and like really, she's really good at what she
How does it
does.
spell?
Is it like
HY?
character based? Like,
Some of them are just like straight out of her head. Like she has like a palm painting that is just a
With the
palm with the
butterfly?
eye in the middle. HY
Yeah.
HYZ LYZ S. Sorry,
OIS.
LYS.
There
That
it is,
one.
yeah.
We got it, guys. Okay, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you were describing.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
she
what she
has
was at.
like a bunch of different things. For Comic-Con, she's painting like a really dope Inuyasha piece.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
a skateboard day.
for the event, of course.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she paint anything else?
Right, exactly.
She's there
Oh.
to fucking make money.
That lips one is trippy as hell.
Which
I
one?
love it.
The lips one there.
Oh yeah, that's pretty great.
It
Wow.
looks like legit glossy.
I know,
Right?
right? How do you make the fucking painting look wet?
Man, I wish
Forever.
I was a good artist. Goddamn.
That one's pretty interesting.
I think she sold that one not that long ago.
I bet she did.
Yeah, she's a really good artist. And it's like, I've seen her like work on them and she'll take like anywhere from like weeks to years working on paintings.
Mm.
I'm sure they look cool under a black light too.
What? Yeah.
Depending on the paint, I'm sure. How was your relationship with her?
She's my best friend's cousin.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So I've known her for a very long time. She's been in my life for like 6 years.
Nice.
Best friend's cousin.
Dope.
Damn, that
Yeah.
shit is dope. that's like the one of the cooler art I've seen. Goddamn.
It's all out of her head. Went to Deltona not that long, like maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I think.
Mhm.
And she drove tripping from here to Deltona. There was like a carnival, I guess, happening in Deltona at that time. So we were there tripping sack at this carnival and at the beach. It was really weird. There was a lot of homeless people. So like our vibe was like a little thrown off. It didn't like kill the trip, but it was just like, where the fuck are we?
Yeah.
We were there for a couple hours and we were there until sunrise. And then we just came back home. Had fun.
So like you said, it was like bad vibes. Was like, did a homeless
Not
person
like
interact
bad
with you?
vibes.
Is that what?
So the carnival was like on the beach. So after we were done with the carnival, we were like, oh, let's go to the beach. And the first like 5 steps on the beach is like a homeless guy pissing on the beach, ass naked.
Oh Lord.
So I'm tripping sack, just full penis in my face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's,
So I was like, okay. And then I have like a burnt image in my head of this because he saw us and then like it was like and then ran. And I just have his ass just in my brain burned forever.
and when you're at
Forever.
that, state of consciousness, you're very empathetic. So like you
Exactly.
felt his embarrassment too. Like,
Yes,
so there's like,
exactly. I was like, oh,
a lot of things
no.
feeling when you just wanted to go to the beach.
Exactly. But after that, it was cool. No more like weird interactions. It was just that one. And it kind of just made us all like, whoa, like, what the fuck are we doing?
Just those two.
Yeah. I don't really like to experiment with anything else. I just have a bad history with other, narcotics and stuff like that.
Mm.
Oh, you do?
Not myself.
People around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all seen that. This is Florida.
Yeah.
Florida
It's-
man.
Exactly. People just be crazy.
I had him come over with his best friend.
Okay.
Has had a questionable path in life. And at this point he was still in that, and I brought him over, and afterwards I would say his life kind of went in a better path,
Okay.
which is interesting. Yep.
If I were to ever do like one of those super powerful psychedelics, peyote, like DMT, I'd want to be in like the perfect scenario.
Definitely.
Like, good vibes, guided by somebody, like all that type of shit. Just so I can like guided by this
He's like,
guy
"I'm the one."
and my shaman, and do it the right way. So I'm not like freaking out and shit. It's like I saw this video on TikTok. This girl did like the frog like venom
The
or
frog,
whatever.
she licked the toad.
What?
I think she smoked it. It was like smoked or something. Yeah.
There's
like
a
frog venom.
Whoa.
Let me show you.
It's like you squeeze
'Cause
like
you're
this
already
like
grossed
gland
out.
on a frog and like it's
Frogs are like number one fear.
weird. Really?
I will literally shriek like a child if a frog is near me.
You
It's
had a
just
bad
not for
experience?
me.
You traumatized by a frog
They
one day?
love to jump on my head. It's happened like 4 times in my life.
You seen that video where the kid has like a frog on his hand or whatever, and his sister's recording, and he's like freaking out, and it jumps onto his face.
No.
Bro,
No.
yeah, I hate frogs. I don't fuck with frogs.
No. My face is like a whole other level. I think I would actually die. Mm-mm.
Yep.
So yeah, you just like squeeze that big bulb on this side of the frog, and like this white sticky like liquid comes out, and you smoke that, and you trip.
hard as fuck.
I just. Why
trip.
would you? Who discovered?
Who discovered?
this? Like who was like, let
Somebody
me.
It makes you
do
wonder, right?
Native
this?
American.
Like, I just
It makes you
don't
wonder, right?
understand. I just don't understand.
Are we just that curious?
That's
Like,
insane to me.
we'll eat and smoke anything that we see.
Right? How desperate did you have to be for a high to be like, I smoked a frog? I smoked a frog.
Maybe
No,
they
no,
ate it or
no.
ate a specific part of it, and that little piece made that person trip the fuck out, and then was like, "Oh,
A frog
Maybe if you eat
jumped
this.
into the fire. They got scared. They smacked it. The juice came out, and then the juice burnt on the
juice.
fire. And then they got high from hotboxing the frog juice in the cave. Something like that, man. I bet you.
Jeez.
Something like that.
Something like that. But yeah, no, the girl was like, "Oh, that was because she's done all like the crazy like psychedelics," and she said when she did this one, it was like something else. Like nothing could compare to what this is like.
I
It's
bet.
quick. It's like 15 10-minute trip, but it was like very like spiritual.
It's
like,
basically DMT
yeah,
that comes straight out the frog.
crazy. Would you
I don't
do it?
know if I like that. No, definitely not. Yeah.
So what are you doing when you're meditating? You're just like in a room, dark room or something,
Hell
sitting on like a
no.
little cot
Dark room.
Hell
with
no.
lights. And,
I'm
With
petrified
candles in
of
a
the
salt
dark.
circle.
like, that's what I see in my head. It's just you in your room,
No.
just like legs crossed.
Not at all. Not at all. So like the way I like to meditate, I meditate in like a bunch of different ways. I can be outside, like at the beach doing yoga, and that's a form of meditation for me. Just hearing
Okay.
the waves crash really
Yeah.
like brings me like tranquility, like inwardly, to listen to frequency music.
Okay.
I
What,
was
what
listening
exactly is
to-
that?
So different frequencies have different like ways to help humans. Like it's actually a proven thing. This is why, like, okay, this is my argument with people that don't really believe in crystals. Not argument. I'm not say argument because it's not an argument. But crystals, everything on this earth vibrates at a frequency.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter what it is. Everything vibrates at a frequency, and certain vibrates are proven to help people. Like there's frequencies for love. There's frequency to
that's what I was gonna
attract money. There's frequencies for abundance. Stuff like that. Like last night, I was listening to a self-confidence frequency. You know,
Is it just like a random noise? Like a
it's like a lot of the ones are like like sound bowls.
Oh, okay,
like
a little, like,
humming, like really calm.
marble thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them are like ceramic or like metal.
Okay.
Yeah. Stuff like that, and it's just like really calm.
So I got like a conspiracy that I heard, regarding this like vibe thing or frequency is that like the music nowadays is played at a certain frequency that like is effective to humans actually.
That's an old conspiracy.
Has that been debunked?
I feel like there's levels depending on what you listen to, because like if there's like been experiments done with like plants, for instance, like if you put a plant in a room that's listening to rock music, it's not gonna like grow
Yeah.
the way it's supposed to grow. But if you like play stuff like this or like classical music per se, they'll flourish and
That's
grow like
crazy.
beautifully. So it really like, I don't know, stuff like this really intrigues me. I've done a lot of research on it.
If
Frequencies. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's like C-matics or something.
C-matics.
yeah, what is that?
Maybe it's called cymatics. Cymatics. It's
Is that like
frequency.
like when they put sand on something and make
Yes.
a okay,
Ah.
The
okay,
shapes,
okay.
how it makes like the sacred shapes.
That's
Yeah.
I always found that so
That
fascinating.
shit is really cool.
Right.
How everything just moves in unison.
It
Wild.
responds to frequency. That's what it is, I guess.
To me, I always thought that's like another dimension, like language. Like if you're not on our plane, you understand like what that is. Because I don't know what I'm looking at. It's just like,
It just looks like
Like in some dimension, you can
Yeah.
see sound.
what if
in
it's like an
those
actual
shapes?
like language, like
Exactly.
aliens from like above are like, yo, they're telling you like, go do your homework. I don't know.
There's some kind of message in that frequency that's not really like, you know, interpreted by words, but like something you would like, you know, just understand by just looking at it.
Well, that's what leads a lot of people to call it God.
True.
I guess.
Because like, how do you explain that? Like, other than frequency, like what makes it make that shape? And there's no two shapes that are the same on a frequency.
Right. You
Got
play this, the frequency will always produce the same shape.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Getting balls deep over here, guys.
So when did you start, I don't know, when did you find spirituality, or when did you start thinking about it, I guess?
So like actually like actively doing my research and meditating and doing yoga and stuff like that, I'd say it's been like 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
But I've also always just been in touch with my spirituality, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
But I don't know, it's helped me personally grow like a lot. Like how I was saying earlier, like tripping, like and meditating for like that entire 12 hours. I was just sitting there and I was like, all right, these are the things that I want to change within myself. Like let me figure out how to go over these obstacles that I'm dealing with in my active like daily life. And it just helps you see different perspectives and broaden your mind.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a lot about reflection too. I feel like a lot of self-reflection helps you become a better person because you know
Exactly.
what to pinpoint and fix to become that better person. And I feel like that's a lot of people's problem nowadays is a lot of self-reflection. People think that they are perfect.
Right.
So spirituality, I feel like, is definitely a good thing to have.
I feel like it
Makes
is
you more
too.
aware, self-aware.
Exactly. And I feel like it gives a lot of people something to look forward to.
Some kind of, what do you mean, like afterlife type thing?
I didn't necessarily mean that because I don't know about you guys, but like I believe in like reincarnation and all that stuff because my energy gets transferred, you know? But I just think it's good to have it around you. It gives you something to look forward to daily. Like instead of waking up and being like in a bad mood, you can be like, all right, I'm going to take the pros and cons, let the cons, leave them at the door, and then I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to let these 10 minutes that I'm upset be these 10 minutes, and that's going to be it. I'm going to move on about my day and have a good day.
Yeah, that's what I do in my video games. Joking. I lost all that fucking work. Be mad about it for 10 minutes and then move on. Joke.
Exactly.
Whole project deleted because your computer fucking does a software update.
Oh yeah.
Is that what happens?
Episode, I think 20. A
Trevor,
little roadblock for that one, but it's coming out tomorrow morning.
it's coming.
Hey, it's coming.
All right, so we're gonna do our official introduction.
Okay.
Welcome to the PalmWavePodcast. We're coming live with just me, Daniel. We got Derek over here.
What's up, guys?
We have a guest with us today. Her name is Daya. Daya, go ahead and tell them who you are. Instagram, all that good shit.
All right. Hi, my name is Daya. I am the owner of Third Eye Essentials. I hand make wire wrapped crystal jewelry, and I also make resin ashtrays, rolling trays, incense holders, and anything, honestly, I can fit into a mold.
We see on your Instagram here, you got these little, like, is it just like you do jewelry? I see. What exactly is this that we're looking
So I'm in the works right now. I actually have been making a lot more things than I have. I'm horrible at posting. That's my one like flaw in being like a small business owner. I suck at being active on social media for it. But I've been making roach clips. I've been making rings. I have some waist beads that I've been making,
Waist
earrings, anklets, different stuff like that. I've been working on different styles of pendants. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
at? What is that?
that's a piece of coral, like actually a piece of coral.
It looks like like glazed, like it's not like sanded or whatever.
That one is.
It's
it
sanded.
was- Yeah, it was a little
I'm
bit.
pretty sure would cut you.
That's what I'm saying. Like it looked a little jagged, but smooth at the same time.
Those ones are raw carnelian. Those are really good for self-love.
You present them really nicely.
That's what I was gonna
for sure.
say.
Thank you.
Do you set
Yeah.
this all up yourself? This is all you?
Yeah, it wasn't all me. It was someone that I'm no longer in contact with, unfortunately. They took the pictures, but it was literally in their backyard. I had a mirror that I got from the 99-cent store, and I
That
just put
brings
the
it
necklaces on
together.
it.
That's
Exactly.
crazy.
Very aesthetic.
Thank you. I tried. I definitely tried. I've had that idea in my head for a while.
So how do you like take your orders? Like what's your
I mostly get them at the events that I attend, to be honest, like my vending events. People walk up to me like, "Oh, can you do this?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, you just have to put like a deposit down to like actually like get the order started."
Yeah.
And I'll work from there, and it'll be done within like a week or two.
Nice.
I have to say, so you ever like make some like at the scene there?
I
Some
always
quick ones?
do. 'Cause I bring all of like my like wire wrap stuff, and I'll like make bracelets on the scene. Like how I went to the 813 market not that long ago that we were talking about earlier.
Mhm.
I was making jewelry the entire time there. Just-
That's so cool.
push yourself
Yeah.
out.
People see you making it. they're
It
like,
brings
"Oh, shit,
attention. Like
it's
everyone's
real."
like, "Yo, like what are you
What's she
doing?"
And people just watch
I
it
want
too.
one.
The crowd's like, "Oh, what's going on over there? Let's go see."
Do you do a lot of online ordering? Like people be placing orders, through
Yeah,
Instagram and
I'm
stuff
trying
too?
to like find like a website, like trying to make my own website or like start selling on like either Etsy or something like that. But I
Amazon?
mostly Amazon. You can
Just
sell on
your
Amazon.
Instagram.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you,
You
can just do it
could
on
sell
your
on-
Instagram,
but
wherever
Yeah,
you get
I
the
do sell
most,
them
wherever
on
you get the most
Instagram.
fucking traffic, do it through that.
Amazon's not very artistic stuff on there.
Right. I feel like Amazon's just like manufactured stuff.
It's an ashtray. Yeah. It's an
Yeah.
ashtray. With 2 tarot cards in there.
So is this pressed into a mold?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. And then what is it? How did you have them like still showing? Are they just at the bottom of the mold?
So you have to do everything reversed. So you would think that you'd put the stickers on last. You put them on first, lay them flat, and then do a clear like layer of resin.
Just a really clear layer of resin.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like perfectly clear layer of resin, and then the one that I use specifically, it takes 24 hours to like fully like harden for you to take it out of the mold. I have to wait a day and then do another layer, and depending on what the design is, it can take me 2 or 3 layers to do. So I can work on them from a day to 2 days, 3 days.
Wow.
Did you pick these cards just like for their meaning? Like, or did you just like, randomly pick them out of a deck and put them in there?
They're not actual cards; they were stickers.
Oh, they were stickers. Yeah,
So-
you did say they were stickers.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of the first events I've ever went to, they were Sippin' Pretty events. I don't know if you've heard of them. They are like a bunch of curators in Ybor, and they set up free events for vendors. So it's just like a bunch of small businesses, and they set up at different bars in Ybor. And one of the places that I was set up at, they were selling the stickers, and I was like, oh, let me get those. I can do something cool with those.
I was like, damn, those are set there pretty straight if they were cards. I feel like once you peel the resin, it would just like,
They
try
turn,
to rotate or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Thank you, though.
Those look good. Doing your thing, girl. I see you.
Thank you. That Scream one I have, that was hand painted. So was the Naruto one.
You mean you painted the script?
Yeah, like I painted on top of the mold.
What kind of paint is that?
Acrylic,
It's
regular
acrylic?
acrylic paint.
What made you start doing the ashtrays? Because I saw you do, the jewelry or the, roach clips and everything. But what was like, just like the first,
Yeah.
investment into your career?
So I actually started doing it during COVID,
Okay.
and I was just bored, and I was like, let me make my own ashtray and rolling tray, because why not? And all of my friends, they were like, yo, like
Those
that
are
came out
fire.
really nice,
Yeah.
like make me one. And I was like, okay. And then, like how I said, my best friend's cousin showed me like into like vending and all that stuff. All of them, they were all like, all right, you got really good at this, like you should
Sell them.
start selling
all.
them, like actually pushing them out. And it's been going from there ever since.
You might need to get a PalmWavePodcast one, bro.
Oh,
Something
I got
custom.
You.
Yeah, we
I
should.
got you.
Cause hello,
I got you. I could literally make it your logo.
you just gotta.
I will give you that sticker.
Bet.
You got some in there?
Don't pause for me.
Yeah, we got some.
Bet.
We might not.
This is like the old logo, though.
What do you mean the old logo? logo. I mean, it's their current logo.
Definitely, I can make something like this.
Hell yes.
I can make it look like neon too, like how you guys have it. I can probably make it glow in the dark if I have the right pigments. Hell yeah.
It would glow in the dark because the blue
The
lights
lights,
pick it up a
exactly.
lot. I wore a
Yeah.
highlighter color shirt last week, and that just popped up.
Pop it.
It
Yeah,
was
that
super
shit
popped.
pops.
I'm not gonna wear that shirt again. But
That was
yeah,
the,
I don't know. What color do you want to make it?
Piccolo shirt.
The piccolo shirt, yeah. What color do you want to make it?
The scheme, you know, the color scheme we have of
Could we get like a
look through? Let's see some colors that we can, you know, get
some
ideas.
inspiration
Yeah.
here? Like how there is the just like where's that pink hue coming from? Is it coming from like the sparkles?
There's like gold glitter flakes in it, and there's holographic ones, and then the pink butterfly is like bouncing light off
Yeah.
into the mold too.
Okay. So it's just like the clear epoxy mold is picking up the light scattering off of.
Yeah.
And that's why it looks overall pink. Okay. Because I wanted like pink and blue swirls because that's our colors. Just a pink and blue mix.
Put your own little, you know, spice on it.
Obviously.
A little taste.
Expected.
Okay, I got you. I can work something out for sure.
We up now. We
Cool.
Up. We up. Business just made here on the mic.
You're gonna have like a whole little tray in the middle of your table. It's gonna look real nice.
Fuck yeah.
Who did you is anyone in your family that is spiritual or that knows about these things?
Yes.
Or is it
and
like
no.
self-study that you've
It's
learned all
mostly
this?
self-studied. I know like a couple of things, like obviously because I'm Hispanic, like there's like superstitions and stuff like that. So like I've always known about stuff like that from my grandparents and things like that. But like no one in my family is like actively spiritual. I guess you could say they are because they go to like church and stuff like that.
Okay.
But
That's still
not
spiritual.
like yeah, but not like the way
Reflected,
that
you know,
I.
They're religious, not spiritual.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it's a different
People say that.
thing. But yeah, they're really supportive though, regardless of whatever I do.
Really? They don't
Mhm.
call you like a bruja?
Not really. If anything, my mom, she says that she was one in her past life. So
What?
yeah, she's not really.
You
Like,
said your
bruja?
mom, a bruja is like witch in Spanish.
yeah, that's
Oh.
what.
You said your mom is not spiritual, but
She's
she
not
says she
like-
has a past life.
Cause she
So she's
dabbles
spiritual.
in it. She
Okay.
dabbles in it a little bit. She's not like actively like doing anything to like pursue her spirituality, but like she knows some things here and there. You know, I think she gets it because she's like obsessed with Harry Potter. So she's like, I'm a witch. I'm a wizard from Harry Potter. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Do you think that Harry Potter inspired a lot of like our generation to tap into that, like, you know, crystals and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean, the first movie was the Philosopher's Stone.
I guess.
Yeah.
You're
And the
right.
Philosopher's Stone itself is a concept that exists outside of Harry Potter. That's
This
an
is
old
true.
idea.
This is true.
Because that was my first, like, you know, exposure to like witchcraft and stuff like that was the Harry Potter movies. I thought it was cool, but my parents were extra Christian and told me I couldn't watch it.
Really? Your
But-
parents could told you
Really?
you couldn't?
Bro, yes.
My aunts were like
Harry
that.
Potter
My
is not
parents
that
never
deep.
stopped.
It's not. It's
It's
really
not
not.
that
But
deep.
like they're like, you know, true Southern Christians. So like any of
Okay.
that crazy shit, they're like, we couldn't even have like Pokemon cards, or Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's how crazy that shit was.
What's
yeah.
wrong with Pokemon?
Well, we could have Pokemon, but like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
was-
It's
was
monsters and demons. What do you mean?
Guess, but it's just a card game.
But you put your it's
a
monsters in
TV
your
show.
pocket. It's evil. Ah.
She was like, she would say like that little like graphic on the back of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards was like a portal to hell. Like she was tripping.
She was like a conspiracy theorist against
Southern
Yu-Gi-Oh. Mm.
Christian woman. That's what you get.
Yeah, my cousin couldn't play none of that stuff.
That's crazy.
She didn't have like toy guns.
Okay, well, not that far.
Jeez.
Yes. Fuck, that's crazy now that I said it out loud, to be honest.
Your childhood was like stripped from you. Like
Is
you
that
didn't
why
even
you
know
only
what
play
then.
sports games?
Probably. But, you know, when I got older, like over like 13, it was like less pressed, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't play Skyrim?
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I'm joking.
Don't play with me, boy.
But it's because you couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh. That's why.
Honestly, I didn't really like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, I thought the show was weird. I mean, I really liked the Yu-Gi-Oh cards because the little pictures on them. Like, that
The
was
animations are crazy.
the only thing I really liked about it.
You
I
haven't
didn't
played nothing like that.
No, don't get me wrong. I played like Beyblade. You know the ones that you
Oh, you liked Beyblade?
Yes, that was fun.
My
That
parents
was
never
my shit.
dipped the cash for Beyblade.
Or like
They're like $10.
Bakugan, the ones that you would like throw
oh, yeah.
and they like pop up,
Bakugan,
and it's like a little dragon.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You roll it, it like lands on its feet or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
They were putting those in McDonald's like Happy Meals for a while.
Shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, they went down quick.
This was like when my cousin was like a little girl. So it was back in like 2010, 2011. But that's crazy. They don't even make good games like that anymore.
Yeah,
It's all just phone stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, the creator Yu-Gi-Oh, we gotta say that because we're talking about the creator Yu-Gi-Oh recently died.
He did.
He passed away.
I thought it was the voice of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, the voice of Yugi.
Was it?
Oh man, now I sound insensitive.
Whatever it
Don't
is.
even know who
RIP.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Shit, it could have been the creator. Maybe I misread it.
I want to
I'm
say
fact
fucking
checked.
dyslexic and ADD as hell. So
I'm gonna say that it was the creator.
Yeah.
60.
Kazuki Takahashi, Yu-Gi-Oh
died
creator,
young.
dies at 60 years old.
R.I.P.
2 days ago.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Probably made a shit ton of money.
that anime
Definitely
made
had
me
a shit
think
ton of
about
money.
my soul.
Hopefully, as a kid, to take that shit over. I mean, they're not even making new shit like that anymore.
New Yu-Gi-Oh sucks.
It's like new Pokemon.
I didn't even know there was a new Yu-Gi-Oh.
I think they tried to make New Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if there's a
They
current
need to
new
like stop
Yu-Gi-Oh.
trying to remake things.
They do. They need to stop make things. Yeah,
They definitely.
come out with original
Did you
shit.
guys hear about the Winnie the Pooh remake? They made a live action Winnie the Pooh.
I never saw it, but I heard about
It
it.
came out.
It didn't come out yet, but it literally looks horrifying. Like,
What? I thought it came out
look it up.
already.
literally look it
Yeah,
up. Maybe
we
it
gotta
came
see
out
that
already.
one.
I don't
We gotta
know.
see that one.
But it looks like. Have you ever seen played Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah. No.
It just doesn't look right. It just does
Live
not
action.
look right.
Oh!
No, that one right there.
It just looks like a
The
weird,
mask.
like this weird assortment of animated
my
toys coming to
God.
kill you.
That looks.
It's not that one. It's that one.
Oh, this.
It's that.
No, you playing.
It's that.
You playing.
It's that. I'm so serious. And like look up like there's a whole trailer for it and everything.
Don't play.
Okay,
Don't play with
okay.
me.
I'm so serious.
But this is a horror movie
Why would they do that to Winnie the Pooh?
because it was a good idea. Given that they made this
So
weird looking
who?
thing, they made this and they were like,
Look
you
at
know
Tigger,
what?
bro? He's gonna stab me.
They were like, you know what? That's a horror movie, and so they made it.
Well, that at the top left is probably the real one, but that still even looks cringy.
That's pretty fucking terrifying.
It looks like a horror, like a murder movie, like genuinely, like The Purge.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's ooh.
Right?
Goosebumps.
Why would you do that to Winnie the Pooh?
No, you can't ruin my guy like that.
So what? It's in controversy whether or not it's allowed to be released.
I don't think it's like being released in the U.S. I think it was somewhere else.
Oh, okay. It's a UK thing, probably.
Is it?
Maybe.
I have no clue.
It's probably gonna go straight to Netflix if it does come.
That's
Imagine. That'll be
Yeah.
hilarious.
They gotta stop remaking things.
They definitely do. They're like ruining the good things that we do have.
Because the last good original movie that I've seen was Get Out, and then like that sequel to that. Those were the last like good original, never been remade like topics in my opinion.
Okay.
Unless you got something else. Did you like Get Out?
Yeah, I did like it out.
I know you did.
Yeah, of course.
I'm trying to think of like other movies though. Like what have I seen?
Nothing. All remakes and
Like I liked the Joker, but that's the Joker, so it's not
That's it.
original.
cartoon.
I liked Ford versus Ferrari, but that's a biopic, so obviously it's not original.
Get Out.
Get Out.
And that came out in when? 2018, 2019?
That did come out a while ago. Dang.
That was 17.
That's bad. That's bad. That's 8 years of bad movies almost.
His second
6
movie
years.
was not
Hollywood
as
is
good.
lacking.
His second movie?
What happened?
His second movie wasn't as good.
It wasn't as good, but it was a good original concept in my
It was
opinion.
still good originally, yeah. Good enough.
Executed not as good, but it was good.
His next one looks cooler.
Which one's he coming out with now?
It's hard to say. I think it plays like a black family that was always the something for Hollywood. I think they
Horse.
were. Yeah, they bred the horses that was always used for Hollywood, and then a UFO comes to their land, and they're gonna try and get rich off of filming it, and some crazy shit happens, obviously, because it's gonna be crazy. But it looks like he's trying to be more Tarantino-esque.
Comes out the end of the month. I'm on that shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be the movie that I'm gonna say the next time you ask me.
then-
does come out? What does come out? That one. I think it's called Nope.
Yeah, it's called Nope. That Top Flight, they remade that, and
That's
was like
not original.
the highest grossing movie, in a very long time.
The thing is every movie that comes out is always the most highest grossing movie because inflation is so fucking bad. By the time the next movie comes out, there's just it's just more expensive. But they got the same guy. I like that he keeps bringing the same guy. It's like
He's a good actor.
It's like him in different universes.
right, almost like because like Johnny Depp in the different Burton movies, like they have that just close relationship. Like he's just the guy. You know what I mean?
It's
pretty cool.
He was in was it Black Mirror too?
They had him in Black Mirror for some things.
Isn't that a show like on Netflix? I've never seen Black Mirror.
Never seen it?
Really cool dystopian.
I feel like the only time I've seen it
I
is
think
when
that's
you
why I
showed me.
haven't watched it.
It's very disturbing. It's hard to sit
Yeah,
through.
I've heard a lot of like reviews like that. Like
It
it's
unsettles
It
disturbing.
me.
fucks you up. It fucks
Isn't there
you
like
up.
interactive shows too? Like
where you like make selections on what happens
yeah,
next?
I'm pretty sure it's Black Mirror. does that.
Not Black Mirror.
No.
definitely.
No,
I don't even. Is
I
that
thought it was.
any streaming platforms have that? I feel like
No,
that's like
yeah,
a weird
Netflix
internet
does
thing.
have some stuff like that.
The only time I've
Definitely.
seen that is on that show Survivor, and you can like select. That's the only time I've seen
See,
that.
I haven't even watched
What?
that.
I've never heard of that. That's
Or
crazy
Man
that they're
vs.
doing
Wild
that.
or something like that. One of those survival animal outside
Should he
shows.
eat the grub or should he not eat the grub?
Cross
Wait, how
the
are you gonna
river
do that
or
on Man
climb?
vs. Wild? That means that it is obviously fucking fake. You mean he did both
Both.
things?
Recorded both.
options. But that's so weird though, because then there's like so much more options. It's like, it's gonna continue. You're gonna have more questions. There's more things for you to do. So like,
And
how are you gonna
Satisfy.
storylines align?
Yeah.
And the options they would give you was either like the obvious safe route or the sketchy route every time. So it was like, I mean, you could really not do the sketchy one, and if you're really trying to survive, just do the. It's just supposed to make it fun, If you can pick, he can go to this crazy shit, jump over the river. Oh, there's a snake there, cross by the snake. Like,
That man has super sold out.
oh yeah.
Fuck Bear Grylls.
I think he's came out and said that like all that shit was just like,
Yeah, he can't lie at this point
you can't.
because he's filming. He did both things. He's not surviving. That's ridiculous.
Those shows were like extremely popular back then, though. That Man vs. Wild and was it Bear Grylls?
It was Bear Grylls.
I bet teenagers would love that with like little teenage drama shows. Like, oh, should Jimmy tell Joey that he likes him or should he not? Or some shit like that. Oh my god, he should tell
that
him.
right there is like obviously scripted.
Like those like cringy ads, like while you're on like I don't know Snapchat, and it's like episode, like the game that you have to pick.
Oh,
what they're
those-
doing.
that's
But,
what
like,
I'm
making
thinking
it an
of.
actual TV show.
Right, that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. Those little teenage drama games. They're like little like Japanese anime style.
Storylines. Yeah.
Yeah. Weird stuff.
There was a game like that back in the day. I played on the computer.
You played a game like that?
It was like a hotel, and like, damn, what was that shit?
And just all the interactions are read. You just read everything.
And then like you could walk up to people. It was literally like you were living in a hotel, like this really nice like Zack and Cody style hotel. I don't know. I was fucking 11. Okay, I had access to a computer. I was just playing whatever the fuck I could find.
True, bro.
True,
You see a
true.
computer back in the day. It was so like, what do you do? Just like, you really want to get on there. You get it. You're just like,
where do I go? What do I do?
when did you get your first computer?
I actually don't have one.
You never had a computer?
I've had one, but I don't have one like currently. I don't really remember when the first one I had. But I definitely like remember like the internet being like, whoa. Like I remember when YouTube dropped. Like YouTube was like the first thing out.
Before World Star Hip Hop.
Oh my god! I remember I would just get on the computer and I would Google, or I don't even on the bar. I would just type Disney or Nickelodeon, and somehow it would get to the website, and there was absolutely nothing that you could do. But I was just so thrilled to click it, and it was there. It
Was there Google? Was there Google? No, there was Ask Jeeves. I remember Ask
That's
Jeeves.
crazy that I remember this. I want now I want to look at it.
This motherfucker. What is it you're looking up?
Just the old Disney website.
Yeah, they had all those video games, those flash games you could play.
Nah, man. Before they started doing flash games.
Bro, this is probably shit.
Yeah, what did I click the first thing for? Old Disney website. Old.
Yeah, the
Disney
Kim Possible
website.
game where you would make
Is
the
it
burritos.
This thing. I would go to a web page that looked like this, I think. Just some weird shit like that. Nah, it was even before Stitch.
Remember that game Toontown?
Toontown?
Mm-mm.
It was like you could make your own tune. It was literally like a PvP type game, open world, and you play like little games and shit.
I have no clue. I was like a Nintendo kid, like always like playing with like the Wii and stuff like that.
A word.
Yeah, the Wii's the shit. Wii Sports till I die, baby.
What? I'm telling you, it makes you get active though too. Like you can break a sweat playing Wii.
That tennis for real. Play some twos, you be dying. This is some nostalgic shit.
It is. I don't know why I'm so compelled to look at this.
You're trying to reminisce right now.
I am.
Yeah, bro. Disney's
man.
Now, bro.
This is something. What it looked like. It was so fucking basic.
Oh, what was that show?
What show?
Roly Polioli. Do you remember that show?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It was like the little
yellow people,
little robot people. Yeah,
Yellow people.
they were like robots.
I didn't even have Disney back then, so I don't know why I wanted to go to the website so bad. I think it's because I didn't have it. I only had Nickelodeon.
Are we old? Are we?
Yeah, Daniel.
Is she not recognizing our references?
She's not. We are old.
I didn't watch stuff like that. I didn't.
Like PB and J Otter.
Well, this is
now
90s,
you
bro.
really lost me.
This is freaking 90s, man. Yeah, nostalgia.
Blast from the past. We're old, Derek. We're fucking old. Not really that old. I just turned 27 last week.
Oh yeah, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
You're
Cancer baby,
welcome.
we up. Crabbing out.
That's right. You're a what are you then?
Capricorn.
Which one?
Capricorn.
Capricorn? I think we talked about this
We have
before.
this. I think we had you guess what you thought we were.
Yeah, and I didn't do a good job last
Mm-mm.
time.
I think you called him a Leo.
Yeah, Leo.
Yeah.
You called me an Aquarius.
I think I did because I thought you were an Aquarius like up until you said Cap.
Does Cancer border Leo?
Leo.
It
Can-
does.
yeah,
It
it's-
does, but like you're not like on the cusp.
I'm
He's
not
not
even
on the
close.
cusp.
I'm not even close, bro.
But Aquarius also borders Capricorn. So you
So
just
maybe I
one
was
sign
kinda
off.
right.
You just
Maybe I
one
was
sign
kinda
off.
Right.
A few stars
Hmm.
off. That's all.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Where's my phone?
Oh,
So
the phone questions.
are you comfortable with answering like dating dynamic questions?
Sure.
Like modern dating questions?
Sure.
Okay. So we have a list here, or I have a list here. And we're just going to run it down. I mean, if you don't want to answer, you can just say skip.
Okay. This is gonna be like a card game. Oop.
We'll call it a card
This is a new sequence we're trying to add here.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Just because we were talking about zodiacs, that made me think about this. All right. So why do girls care so much about, guys' signs? Like, why is that like?
Because for me personally, with my experiences, like it helps see who you are as a person. You know what I mean? Like certain signs have certain traits. Like I'm not saying it goes for everybody, but generally, when I'm like, oh, this is like how you are, they're like, you kind of read me. You kind of read me.
So would you say that would like cloud your initial, perception of them?
Not at all, because
No.
I don't really like hate one specific sign. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
like I give everybody a chance, but like I can see similarities in other people that have that same sign.
So
if
you
that makes sense.
you have experience of seeing the different signs and how. Okay,
Yeah.
So you can speak. Okay.
Definitely.
How fast do you go for that information, though?
It depends, really. It really
Obviously, some
depends.
people have it up front,
Yeah,
but if somebody doesn't
somebody
have it
had, like,
displayed,
exactly. Like
how
people
long
have it on their
before you
bio.
ask?
It depends on the conversations, like how it goes. Like if it's like another spiritual person, I usually be like, okay, so what's your sign? To
Okay.
see if like.
So if
we
you
align
if you
like
know
that.
the person spiritually, you don't feel weird by asking. Otherwise, you would feel weird asking.
Sometimes, because a lot of people are like, oh, you're one of those girls. Like you're a zodiac girl, and it's like, okay, like, no need to get like twisted. It's okay.
Sometimes I ask people randomly when I get a weird vibe. Like his roommate Jared, he is
Scorpio.
a Scorpio, and sometimes I get the strongest feelings of my brother when I'm with him because my brother is also a Scorpio,
Okay.
and they're alike in many ways.
You see what I mean, though?
And so sometimes when I get weird feelings at that, I'm just like, "Hey, what's your thing?" Just to if I'm like just check if I'm on the right vibe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting.
All right. So these questions get.
Did that satisfy you?
No, that was a good answer. That was a
These
good
are your
answer.
phone
Okay.
questions.
That was a good answer. That's the best answer I've heard.
Thanks.
Who have you asked this?
I've asked my sister. I asked a couple homegirls some of these questions.
Okay. You
All right.
tested these questions.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta, if it's a shit question, let me know.
He's taking these questions very seriously.
So what's the next question?
She's like,
All right,
go.
So what's wrong with dating these days?
so vague. That's
There's
also
so many things.
a premise.
All right, we'll skip that.
That
one.
is a premise.
You're assuming that dating is wrong these
Right.
days.
That is also true.
Yeah. Okay. We'll
So
skip that
is
one.
dating wrong?
I don't think there's anything wrong with dating.
No?
I think
You
that
think it's normal?
It is normal. Dating is normal. Find who you think your person is, and then stick with that person.
Because when you
find
say
them.
nowadays, you're comparing it to the past. Like you're suggesting dating is worse now than it was before.
I mean, I would kind of say so.
I would think it was worse before, if anything.
You think it was worse before?
Yeah, because like from like a female's perspective, like I know like I've heard stories of like people like women in the 50s, like you got to be in the house, you got to be cooking, cleaning. Men can beat you, and it's like really hush hush stuff like that. Like so, it's obviously more open now. Like communicating, you can't do this.
Yes,
you know?
women weren't respected as much back then. I will
Exactly.
agree with that.
But also the stuff that's happening right now, I can't really say that women are exactly respected right now either.
So it's like, 2022 versus dating in 2012. We were just in high school graduating,
The
and
internet
you
was
weren't
still
dating
there.
like that.
No,
but
I
like
was in middle
still,
school.
we can think of it. This is like before Tinder, really. Before
Really only talking to girls in your general area.
everybody really started getting off of Facebook and started using Snapchat and Instagram
Instagram.
primarily. Before all of that, you know what I mean? It was still primarily getting number based.
But like I
Right.
said, it was just who you close. You weren't swiping on Tinder, meeting someone in fucking Brandon. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm just trying to get to like when you say nowadays compared to what did you have?
I
in
would
mind?
say like our parents or our grandparents.
Oh, so you were talking about the 50s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, case closed.
All right. So how can you tell if a girl is a hoe?
That face. Gonna have to zoom in on that one in the cut.
There's so many things, but like it really depends on the person too, because I know hoes that like you would not know that they're a hoe. Like they present themselves as very like pristine, like but they're
Oh.
really not.
Daniel, what's that Instagram?
What Instagram?
Remember the Snapchat you sent me, the screenshot you sent me the other day?
Oh yeah.
What is this Instagram?
So
Let's see what she would say if that person is a hoe.
1 second.
Oh, what are we doing right now? Are we talking shit about somebody?
We're having fun.
This girl that I was talking to. She might be listening to this. Fuck.
Oh, yikes.
Whatever.
We're gonna,
Okay.
This girl that I was talking to.
What's the Instagram, man?
All right, hold on, bro. No, her. Okay.
Is this her?
No, her Instagram's not bad. It's her Snapchat that'd be wildin'.
Okay.
So I was basically telling her like, bro, I see a lot of traits in you that I want to, make my girl like you are. You're really cool. Like I vibe with you, but you post a shit ton of thirst traps on Snapchat.
Oh, okay. I understand what you mean.
And I tried to like break that down to her. And like, I'm not coming from like an insecurity thing at all. It's just to me, it seems like you're advertising to, if you want to, have somebody, like, wouldn't you want to just share that with them? But I get like, women positive, body positivity, you're confident in your body. But I mean, to me, when I see that, I feel like there's just dudes constantly, hey, you find that ass fat, your ass fat. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have that in my head. You know what I'm saying? So I would
Right.
just rather just, not have to deal with that.
I understand where you're coming from, but like I can also see the perspective of like I'm just doing it because I look good and I want to show
too.
off that I look good.
Me too.
So like I understand where you're coming from too, though, that like you should maybe not do it as much, if anything. Like
And there's tasteful ways to do it.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying?
like you can show off how you look without showing everything.
Exactly.
If anything, you know what I mean?
And I'd show you it, but she deleted it because she thought I was like, I mean, I was a little upset, but she like deleted it, just trying to like, make me happy. But yeah, I mean, like, am I a dick for that?
You sound like like Reddit, like am I the asshole on Reddit? Do you know what I'm talking about? You sounded
anyway.
like that a little bit, like am I the asshole because
Am I a dick? Is that bad to ask?
I don't think.
I mean, when you're single,
Maybe-
and you're not trying to pursue someone, like I get it. Do whatever you want, post whatever the hell you want.
Right.
But like, at one point you got to show me that you're serious so I can take you serious as well.
So have you had that conversation
I
with
did.
her? Like,
I
let's
did.
be serious.
100%. I'm like, if you're
100%
going to keep doing
platonic.
this, I'm not going to take you serious because every girl on the internet be doing that. And I'm not trying to, get with someone that's like every other girl on the internet.
Right.
So
maybe you should just, instead of, I also don't know who this female is from a hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just freeballing right here. I'm spitballing. But maybe you should just find someone that aligns with how you want them to be more, instead of asking her like, yo, stop doing this because it bothers me. Because she obviously doesn't want to stop.
yeah.
From what you're saying, she doesn't want to stop. And that's what makes her feel confident, or that's what makes her feel good about herself.
But then at that point, when I tell her like, I'm just not gonna take you serious. Like I'll play the game, but like I'm not gonna make you my girlfriend.
But I wouldn't say play the game either, though.
But I didn't say that. But like being forward right now, that's how I feel. But I didn't say that.
Okay.
Have you considered the compromise position? Perhaps like she can keep those pictures, maybe post less, and maybe not on such an anonymous platform like Snapchat.
This is also
Maybe
Let me give y'all some more details.
But what if they posted you and them on their Instagram also? What if it was also advertised that she's not single?
right. Like, what if she
about
posted
that?
a thirst trap and then a picture with you and her after?
That's
or like
fine.
vice versa.
That's fine. If I'm in there and they see that she got a nigga, like I'm grabbing that ass in the picture, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? The next picture, post picture ass. My ass is already on that. My hand's already on that ass.
right.
But let me give you some more details on like, what she really did. Like, so she posted a picture of like her ass like poking out, and then like a link to her private story. So I'm like,
Oh. So, okay. Would you be comfortable if you dated a female and she had an OnlyFans per se?
like, and take her serious
Was that question on your phone? I'm joking. That was a good question.
and like take her serious?
Yeah. You wouldn't take a woman serious just because she has an OnlyFans?
Okay, so if she has the OnlyFans, I would want to be like have access to it,
Okay.
and also maybe have my own content, like me,
Yeah. Okay,
fucking her.
okay,
In
okay.
if she's making money,
But what if it's like not even like videos of her like fucking like
Solo.
I know women that do content and they're like their feet pictures or like just ass pictures.
well, that's
stuff
different
like
too.
that.
I mean, I'm talking about like explicit content,
Okay.
not just your feet. And that's not. I don't care about that. But like, if you're spreading your ass cheeks on your OnlyFans and I'm not in there, or at least have access to your OnlyFans,
Right.
that's gonna be a problem too.
So are you on her private snap?
No. I had to click it to be added into it. So she had that shit before I was talking to her. So who knows? Who the fuck knows?
She also didn't mention it. You knew about it just by seeing it.
And like,
Posted.
I'm thinking like if she was really like fucking with me like that, she would have invited me to that,
Right.
private story when we first started, being, and
Exactly.
then why are you doing it, 3 months later when we're
So
when
I
we're
think we
talking,
found
you know
our
what I'm saying?
conclusion. We found our conclusion of what this person is. But what does it mean when they're sitting there trying to persuade them otherwise? That no, I am worthy. I am gonna actually blah blah blah, but I'm not gonna make any of these changes that you're requesting. What is that person looking for, right?
She might be looking for a more open-minded relationship, if anything. I'm not saying that you're not open-minded. You just don't want.
She's just
certain
looking
things
for
in a
someone that
relationship.
is accepting of that.
Yeah, like
That's all
take
she's
her as
looking
she
for.
is. Like no ifs, ands, buts about it.
Well, I guess I ain't that nigga.
Whoop-de-doo.
Damn. Sorry, sis.
That was a good question, Daniel. Thanks for that. You got any other questions on that?
Yeah. Let's look here. All right. Do you think it's okay to have guy friends while you're in a relationship?
Definitely.
Let me be more specific here.
That was a horrible question. If you had to, if you had to get corrected already,
Okay. Let me be more, because some of these questions I was just,
you describe the type of male relationship.
Okay,
this
so
is.
I'm
It's not
talking.
just
Okay,
any
so
type of guy.
friends. I understand friends before the relationship. I get that if y'all already been hanging out before the relationship, but like after the relationship, like is it cool for her to get like new friends? Because you think that's okay? Like new
It
guy
depends
friends.
how they're approached. It depends on how they approached. Like, if let's say I'm in a relationship with somebody and I get a DM from another dude and he's like flirting with me, I'm not gonna respond, even if it's like, yo, like I'm just trying to be friends with you and I was just like giving you a compliment. Like I'm just not gonna pursue because already the way that you approached isn't friendly. It's more flirtatious. So I can see where your intentions are.
Yeah.
But if it's like, like for say like me, like I go to a vendor event and someone just approaches me and we genuinely just have like good mutual platonic chemistry. Why not? Like I don't see the issue with it. It's always good to meet new people anyways, because you never know who you could meet. You know?
It could be a front though.
About to say.
This
So
is also
what
true.
if you know, in the back of my head, like what if that guy is just playing the nice guy friend shit, and
Just planting seeds to make more options.
And I guarantee you, if you ask that nigga to come over and fuck right now, text him right now next to me, ask him to come over and fuck, you know, he probably would.
See, so like me, if I was in a relationship, if that situation was presented to me, okay, yeah, here you go, text him, do what you want to do, and then how he responds is how he responds, and if he responds, like, yeah, for sure, come over, this is my addy.
Would you cut him off at that point?
At that moment,
Perfect.
because you already know what the boundaries are.
Perfect.
I'm in a relationship, respect that relationship.
I like that.
Exactly, that's how it should be theoretically, but that's not how relationships work.
Okay. Would it be normal while you're in a relationship, the woman being in a relationship, to accept a man buying them lunch, coffee, gas money, etc.?
What do you mean by normal?
Like, so, okay.
You got a man, you're at the gas station, another man gives you
acceptable,
gas money.
like gives you gas money or pays for your coffee or buys your lunch, like is accepting that from that man okay in a relationship?
Like another man that's not the person I'm dating
Correct.
buying me things?
You got a man, you're at the
Random.
bar, you got a tab, guy comes over, picks up the whole thing.
Ask you first though. Don't just, it doesn't just
Obviously, it's not just anonymous. You should just find out by the waiter.
Of course.
Because
but-
obviously, it's not your fault. What are you going to do? He just paid your shit. But he comes up
Exactly.
to you, hey, let me buy your thing. Let me take your whole tab.
and you say yes. Like, is that okay?
I feel like it wouldn't be okay, but like I like
Why
to see
wouldn't it be
all
okay?
perspectives.
Why does it feel wrong?
Because you know that person paid for you because they find you attractive and they want to pursue you.
The
You
fact
know?
that you
But,
know
like-
that the person has intentions and there's strings attached.
Exactly. But like for me, like personally, if I was in that situation, I'm gonna save my money, you know? But I'm gonna like be like, yo, like I'm just letting you know, babe, like, hey, so and so happened, this happened at whatever. Like I was at, I don't know, the gas station and someone paid for my gas. Didn't get his number, didn't talk to him after that. I just got my gas and dipped. That was it. I just got some free gas. Let's, I don't know, go on a road trip. Let's go to the store. Now I got gas. Let's go ride around, you know? Something like that. But like I can see where it can also be problematic too.
Yeah.
It's also how you approach things.
Yeah. I think more than anything, it's probably just opening yourself up to an unwanted potential interaction.
This is also true.
But like, you know, in terms of it being disloyal or anything like that, like fuck it, man. Take the money from the loser or whatever.
Exactly.
to
As
say
long
that.
as you're not like interchanging, like I'm like if someone gives me the like pays for my gas, I'm not gonna be like, all right, let me get your snap because you can pay for my
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah,
like
right.
no.
No.
Or like they'd
And
be
it-
like, yo, here's my snap since I paid for your gas.
You gotta
No.
dub that one.
Nope. You already paid for the gas. I'm out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one's pretty short and sweet. Dad bod or built bod?
What?
In between bot.
There's no in between dad bod or built bod.
No, there is an in between though, because you can be like built and like muscular, like in the arms, and then like have like a little bit of a tummy, and the tummy's okay.
Tummy's okay.
Tummy's okay.
I like tummy.
It's more
Tummy's
just
okay.
like natural body.
Okay,
You know?
so in shape or dad bod?
Bad question.
I'm not. I don't. This you're like picking the wrong person to ask that question because I've literally dated all shapes and sizes. Like I've dated big men, small men, in between. Like it doesn't bother me anyway. You know.
All right, here's a good one. What's the nicest way to tell a woman she has bad hygiene?
I remember that one.
Oh my
Like the
God.
coochie
What
stank
is
type shit.
coochie stank?
Nicest way.
Come take a shower with me, babe.
No.
Come take a shower
no,
with me.
No, that's not good enough.
No.
I
No,
don't think
because
so.
that's just to be entertainment, having fun.
See, but like,
No.
come
She's
take a
get-
shower with me. But then if it continues and it's like, yo, like, you actually like stink. Like, okay, I'm saying this with all positive intentions. I'm not like discrediting you in any way. I don't think you're I don't know. I don't think you're nasty. Like, I'm just letting you know that you have this stench.
Stench? Oh my God. He
This
asked
smell.
you politely.
is-
You say stench.
I don't know.
That's a harsh
'Cause,
word.
like, is it? I feel like I don't know. I don't
Hey,
know.
babe,
I haven't been in that
You
predicament.
got a little situation.
Yeah, like yo, like
Hey,
babe,
you
maybe
know-
you might want to check that out. I don't know. Maybe
Hey,
it's like a health problem.
Do we need to go to the doctor, babe?
Exactly.
I know we
Like, what if
haven't
it's
been
a
eating
health
the best
problem?
lately, but you're down there fragrance.
You need a little freshen up, a little fresh and refreshing.
That's a that's
You have a stench. There's a stench.
maybe I didn't choose a good word.
That's the perfect word.
Yikes.
All right, so next question here. Who cheat more, men or women? I don't want a politically correct answer.
I'm not giving a politically correct answer. I'm giving an answer from my experiences.
We can respect that, yes.
But men, because
Men?
I've dated men and women, but I've never gotten cheated on by a woman. But I've gotten cheated on by a man a couple of times.
Is it you? Are you sure you didn't get cheated and didn't know it by a woman?
No, I definitely know I've never gotten cheated on.
Because
by a
I've heard
woman.
women are really good at hiding it.
They
better than
definitely
men.
are. I'm also very trusting. I don't like to go through people's phones and none of that stuff.
Yeah, you got to give me a reason. You got to give me a reason.
Exactly. If there's no reason, I'm not gonna. Even then, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna talk to you about it before. 'Cause I don't like the uncertainty.
I can agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Men do cheat.
Would you leave it like that? Let me squeeze a little more juice out of that. Why do you think men cheat more?
I don't know why.
Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna say men that can get a lot of hoes, like good looking dudes, cheat a lot. I don't
I'ma
think
tell
just
you
your
that's a
average
no.
your average guy is not cheating
based
a lot.
off my experience, that's a no.
No?
It's the most unattractive men that I've dated.
Be cheating out here slinging dick.
You think they're cheating based off a complex to feel more
I
masculine?
think so. It's like an insecurity thing. Like, I don't feel attractive within myself, or I'm insecure within my body, or how I'm perceived by other people. So I need that validation from other women, or I need that validation from someone that's not someone that I know loves me and cares about me.
I can see how that happens.
You get what I mean?
Because my perspective is like, celebrities and athletes, like, basketball players are known for being dogs like that, like having wives and shit. So it's like, from my experience, I would say that men definitely cheat more just because the higher value men cheat more than regular dudes.
So I think we're talking about two kinds of cheaters. I think
Right.
like the kind that you talked about, they're the insecure. They have more incentive to be active in trying to pursue it because they have something to heal. But the high status man that you're talking about simply has a high availability.
Exactly.
It's not like he's actively pursuing, but it's just such high availability that it happens.
What would you say, men
Two
or
kinds
women?
of cheating. Oh, what was I say? Men for sure.
Men.
What would you say?
Men. I said men. Men for sure. All right. This one's a little spicy.
Okay.
Who should come first, men or women?
I'm gonna say women because women almost never come. Almost never, and
Getting
it's
some
more
bad
work.
dick, girl.
Nah.
We won't comment on that.
Nah. I'm not getting bad anything. Let me correct
They ain't
that.
making you come.
No. Definitely are.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
But I'm saying like as a generalization, like all my homegirls, I'll hear stories of like I knew someone.
They
that-
getting bad dick. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I've heard stories of like people being like, "Oh, I've been dating him for like X amount of time, but I don't know what a orgasm feels like." And I'm like, "Girl, you don't know what a orgasm feels like, but
That's
he's
sad.
out here coming every time. That's not fair."
That's definitely not.
So
fair.
that's the only reason why I feel like women should come first, because get me off and then I'll get you off. You know, because it's inevitable. Men are gonna come
You're
during
gonna come.
sex.
You're gonna come.
Exactly. So it's like, put the work in a little bit and then you get to finish.
She said, "Put the work in a little bit."
I didn't even mean to do it like that.
Did you notice that, Derek?
The imagery, yeah. We'll zoom in there too. What's it called? So what do you say to somebody who's an early finisher? How do we correct that?
Round 2, baby.
How do we correct that performance?
Up your stamina. Round 2, round 3, maybe round 4.
Shit.
Well, round 2, I mean, that's one thing, but how do we get round 1 to be better?
Make
So
her
do
come
you
first.
say anything? And
Toys.
what do you say?
could also use toys to your advantage too.
Yeah.
What?
On a guy?
That's a good
no,
question
that's
too.
not what I'm saying. Whoa, I don't know. You could use toys for a guy because like, there's like I don't know. Man, this is a spicy topic.
Yeah, it's very spicy. I told you it was spicy.
There's like toys for men.
Like
there's
cock rings and shit.
Yeah, stuff like that. But like, I don't know. Maybe that would make you come faster, if anything. Your dick is vibrating.
I'm pretty sure a cock ring just keeps your dick hard.
Maybe then that's the compromise. You already came, but your dick is still hard. So something to play with.
Well, personally, I think the women if you want to keep your woman around longer, you want her to you want to make her come first, in my opinion. I enjoy it. I enjoy making my girl come first. I mean, I don't.
It should be enjoyable for both
you
parties.
need to have the stamina. Point blank. Period. You got to have the stamina. And then that second round, you got like a 15-minute cool down, and then everything's kind of sizzled out, and you got to start it back up again. Nah.
That's why round 2 is not good enough.
Nah.
Round 1's got to be good.
It's gotta be good. You gotta make it count every time.
What about you, Derek?
Oh, I completely disagree with you.
You think you should come first?
I think women don't deserve to come. I'm joking.
Okay.
Nah, who am I to argue, obviously?
Because like you said, like I've talked to plenty of girls that were like, oh no, I've never came before. So it's like,
see, that's an ongoing issue, but you're never going to meet a man that's like, I've never nutted in my life.
Damn.
It's just not a thing.
Yeah, it's a sad life to live if you've never nutted. Sorry.
Exactly. And there's women that are out there living that.
All right, so last question here. Is a high body count for men a bad thing?
In my opinion,
In your opinion?
no, if you're clean.
Okay.
No, if you're clean, because then that just means that you should, in theory, know what you're doing.
There you go.
In theory. But there are people out there that just fuck to get their enjoyment out of it. So it's a toss up. It doesn't really bother me though.
Do you think it's bad for women to have a high body count?
I don't think it's a bad thing either, because that means that I'm more experienced too. I can match your experience level, if anything.
I have a little contingent there.
Okay, go ahead. We can do like a little healthy debate.
I would feel very taken back if I found out a girl fucked like 75 dudes.
Have you ever seen cut videos on YouTube?
What is that?
So it's like a YouTube channel that's like open conversations with a bunch of different types of people. It's always new people every episode.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was like, guess who has the highest body count out of a group of people?
Okay.
And not trying to sound mean, he wasn't a generically attractive man, but the most unattractive person on that set was the one that had his body count in the thousands.
Damn.
The thousands.
He must got money.
He was a porn star.
There you go. Well, that's his job.
But like, still, it's like you can't really like.
You can't
base.
tell he's a porn star.
You know?
Yeah, okay.
That doesn't count.
He's a
I
porn
Because
think
he's
it's
paid
pretty,
to
like,
do so.
I
Take him
guess.
out.
I guess.
That's a statistical outlier.
And I would say it's like I wouldn't say I guess it is easier for a girl. This might be controversial. A girl to have a higher body count than the average guy is because it's just easier for a girl to have sex. Like the saying is, girls have sex with who they want. Guys have
Yes,
sex with who they can.
True. This is true.
So I think it is more realistic for the average girl to have more sexual experiences and, partners than the average guy nowadays, in my opinion.
Okay. I could agree with that aspect of it.
So yeah, it's a good little question right off there. We got a little taste of how we feel here. All right, well, that wraps up the dating questionnaire here on the PalmWave podcast. So we're gonna have this closing question we ask everybody. Derek, your turn.
My turn to ask it. Well, let's hear that good story again.
What story, bro? You gotta explain the story. What kind of story?
So we ask this question at the end of every podcast. It's different than everything that we asked so far. A little bit less different because the interview that we just had. But have you ever had an unexplained experience? Anything paranormal?
Definitely.
UFO? Anything you couldn't?
I've both paranormal and UFOs, honestly.
All right.
But like, which one do you want to hear?
Let's hear the paranormal first.
The paranormal?
Yeah.
Okay, I have so many experiences, but in the house that I currently reside in, when we first moved in, it was really tore up. Like the wall in the living room
you can
was.
push the mic forward if you want. Yeah.
Okay. I keep hitting it by accident. My bad.
You're good.
But it was tore up. The wall in the living room was like holes, and it was like a wall that was an entrance to another bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I always like felt very unsettled in the house that I reside in. Like it's just very weird energy in that house. Things always like move around. Like I'll put it here and then it'll pop up somewhere else completely
Hell no.
different. Things like that. Like really weird things be happening at my house. And I have a dog. He likes to bark at the corner. And it's this one
Nothing in the
specific
corner?
corner. There's nothing there. He'll just bark at it and he'll like get mad. Like really mad.
Hair sticks up.
Exactly. But like
Ooh.
he's like getting like foaming at the mouth aggression. Like I'm like, what do you see? Like what is there? Like you know, stuff like that. But when I was younger, when I was like maybe 11 or 12, I'm petrified of the dark. This is like good background information for this story. So I had a nightlight, and the nightlight that I used to have, it was Tinkerbell, and it was like a cylinder, so it would cast Tinkerbell's shadow on the wall, right?
Did it spin?
Yeah, it would spin, and it would cast her shadow on the wall, and it was like her and all her little fairy friends like dancing on my walls before I went to bed. And you know, like those super thin blankets that you can like put over your face, but you can still see through it. I had one over my face, and I was just looking at her shadows, and then I see another shadow pop up, dancing around the wall with her. And then this, because it was on a nightstand by my bed, my nightlight. The minute the shadow got back to like where the nightstand was, got off, and it reached and touched the nightlight, and it popped, exploded everywhere. Yeah, horrifying.
I get goosebumps on my face.
Yo.
But I'm not the only one that's seen stuff like that at my house either. My mom, she sees too. And when we first moved in, my little brother, he was newborn, like fresh newborn. And in his room, she said she saw a woman in like a white dress with like a bullet hole like right here, carrying a baby, standing like right at the closet. And then the baby just like went away, disintegrated a little bit. She walked over and tried to touch my little brother. And my mom was like, no.
What?
Like that is my baby. Back up.
It was just like an
apparition. Just like going and touch my little brother. And my mom was like, no.
Goosebumps.
Right. You can hear it like in my voice. I'm getting a little shaky.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's just
like
crazy, bro.
You said you've experienced these types of things since you were young, right?
I have.
That's right.
I have. My mom will tell me stories of like, you were talking to someone that wasn't there.
You've got a gift.
Third eye open. Third eye essentials. Full circle.
You still have your cards on the table.
I know. I said that when I came in. I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. We promote out here.
I appreciate it. Thank you. For real.
Did you want to tell the UFO story?
Oh, that's right. So it was like during COVID, very sus, and I was it was on lockdown, like that 1 week that everyone in Florida was in lockdown. And I was in my backyard smoking, and I was on my hammock, and I just see this thing circling around my neighborhood thousands of times, hundreds of times, circling around
What
my
color
neighborhood.
was it?
It was silver,
Silver.
like metallic silver. And every time it circled around, it got lower and lower and lower and lower. And it got so low to the point, like, if I was looking up and the bottom of whatever that thing was had a mirror or like a window, I was definitely going to make eye contact with them. Like they were going to see me. I was going to see them.
Maybe they did
And-
see you.
I hate that. No.
They were looking right at you.
No.
It's like, are we gonna take her? Nah, we'll get the neighbor.
I'm going to like go missing. The men in black are going to pop up at my door because I said this.
Just your shoes on your porch, like knocked over.
Imagine. But it just kept circling and circling, and it got so close. And then after it got close, it just went straight. Never saw it again.
It just took off.
Took off. It got so like barely touching the trees. Like close.
fast.
No, like low.
Like, was it moving fast? Like when it was
Not
going
really. It wasn't like it was moving slower than an airplane, honestly.
off? All right, so it was able to track it.
Was it making noise?
No.
It was
Completely
totally
quiet.
silent.
Completely quiet.
Was there any lights on it?
Yeah.
It was lights.
Yeah. There was like blue, red, and green lights.
It's like different.
But it was not an airplane. There was no, like, I literally saw, like, the bottom of it looked like a boat. Like, you know how, like, the bottom of a boat, like, is
points.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
comes to a point. That's how it looked on the bottom. And then it had, like, two, like, silver, like, things on the side attached to it. So I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? That's not no fucking airplane.
So it wasn't like a damn like saucer, like a disc.
Not at all.
Oh my god.
I have another theory, though, regarding UFOs. So I was talking to this dude, and he was a Marine. So he was telling me, I'm gonna get the fucking black man at my house for real for this one. But he was telling me that Aliens are real. It's been declassified. Like NASA has said that there's other things in this universe.
Yeah.
But they don't come from space. They come from the ocean.
Yeah.
And it makes sense if you actually think about it. You Google it. Squids aren't animals. They came from a meteor thousands of years ago.
What?
Squids.
Google it. Google
Squids?
it.
Like octopus type shit?
Yes. Squids
This is the
are
favorite
not
thing
animals.
I've ever Googled on this podcast.
What? We're like conspiracy guys. and
Really?
I've
I just
never
told
heard
the right
that.
people this information.
This is saying octopuses, but let's see.
Octopuses, squids, it's not the same thing.
Dude, I'd call an octopus an alien. Why not?
right? And it
You
kind of makes
got
sense
That
if you really
family of
think about
animals
it.
comes from outer space.
Look at it.
Exactly.
let's
It makes
go
sense
with it.
though. You think about how like smart they are. Like they can change colors to fit any pattern. Doesn't matter if it's out of the like ocean, in the ocean, they can fit the pattern. They get
Open
out
the
of their
jars and
cages.
shit, yeah.
Exactly. Like what? Why can no other animal do that, but they can?
I heard that we still don't know how eels like mate and reproduce, like
Really?
even to today. Like
How-
all
There's
this
so many-
science, and
yeah.
we
Maybe it's like
don't-
a snake,
We don't know how they mate and reproduce.
but aren't there like eels in like aquariums?
When you think about it, that's such
yeah,
They
that's such
never
a-
mate
I don't know.
in an aquarium.
There's some things that you just cannot. They won't mate if they know that there's a disturbance. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like if something
that
is
makes sense.
fishy, like they just know. Like think of the consciousness of an eel. They know every millimeter of a rock tube, a little cave that they hide inside, right? So what? We don't put a little camera in it and expect them not to notice? How do we observe them? We can't.
You're right.
And they just don't do that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm just assuming
That's like a good point.
that
to
we
have,
can't
though.
invade
It's
their
like,
privacy.
exactly.
Some animals just
Have
can't.
privacy, yeah.
That's crazy.
But also, that's such a godly expectation that we need to know all of the behaviors of all of the species on this planet.
But it's-
How can we know all of them?
That's so
we don't
basic.
even know all the
It's
species
such
on this
a
planet.
basic-
Exactly.
We're still finding new things every day.
The ocean, like you said,
Exactly.
we've only explored like some percentage, and then of that percentage, we know a smaller percentage of it.
When you said that like they come out of the ocean, I thought you were gonna get into like the hollow Earth theory.
Why not?
Hollow Earth.
Hollow Earth. There's a
You
subterranean
never heard
portion.
of a hollow Earth theory?
I've heard of the Hollow Earth theory. I haven't really like dived
I
into
believe
it.
in the hollow Earth theory way more than the flat Earth theory. Like
I don't believe the Earth's flat at all.
Nah,
That just
nah.
doesn't make
Flat-
sense to me.
I feel like the flat Earth theory is a cover up for the hollow Earth
me
theory.
too.
Oh,
Me too. It's just
oh.
distraction. It's a
Distraction.
distraction.
I can see the conspiracy theorists coming out now.
Because like I've seen a lot of stuff of like whenever there's a lot of like nuclear activity, there's certain like holes and pockets in the earth where there's a shit ton of alien activity. So it's like they know we're about to do some fucked up shit, so they come out and like I guess talk to the elites and like
Oh,
try to cool
fuck
it all
no.
off.
Oh my God, I don't like that. See, but like piggybacking off the like aliens come from the ocean, that would like help explain like the Bermuda Triangle, like
Right.
trenches and stuff like that, because we really haven't explored the ocean that much. We
Nah.
know more about outer space than we do about the ocean.
Facts.
Like that's horrifying if you really think about it.
It's blatantly in your face. They don't want us to know because if we wanted us to know, we would be, we have like cities underneath the ocean right now. We got that technology.
They do
You know
have
what I'm
cities
saying?
underneath the ocean.
Like-
There literally are cities underneath the ocean.
Like right now,
Yes, it's just Florida's gonna be under the ocean.
not in our lifetime.
Hope
No,
Hopefully.
100% not in our lifetime.
you never know the
Nah,
way
I
the
know.
world's going right now. I don't know.
Unless like a fucking
A huge ass tsunami comes and we're
okay, that's like a really major, and we're not really even too close to any platelets to get a tsunami like that.
I don't know.
But
Possibilities
that's
are
on that
endless.
west coast. That west coast could get hit by one, and all of California is gonna slide off into the fucking ocean.
You remember the movie 2012?
Yeah.
Yeah.
California was the one to go.
Mhm.
Right.
It literally just snapped
Yep.
off like a fucking toothpick, bro.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Crazy. Theories. Any more conspiracy theories you want to throw out there? Anybody?
Dinosaurs at the same time as humans. Or dinosaurs became extremely rare and were still alive in ancient times.
What?
That's my
What do
theory.
you like? What is your backup? Like, what is your proof? Not
The word
proof, but,
dragon.
Like,
The word dragon
Mhm,
and the
mhm,
tale that
mhm.
there were dragons. Where do we get dragons from?
okay.
Were mammoths and dragons around at the same time?
Well, I mean, I can't answer that
I'm
Have
question.
sorry,
you
not
heard-
dragons, dinosaurs.
dinosaurs?
No,
Because
no.
I saw that like
Not according to science.
Mammoths were around like during the time the pyramids were being made.
Yes.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Before
think
the
about
last
think
ice
about
age.
that.
Yeah, the age of the pyramids are probably older than what they say they are.
I would agree with that.
So
100%.
that would put it before the ice age. The thing about the ice age is it ended when a comet hit the planet, and that's where the flood comes from.
In that like
Yikes.
Midwest area, like just north of
Well, the whole planet would have been affected by that water rush.
Yeah, for sure.
But like a comet hitting a big glacier and all that water just
flood.
That's like horrifying.
basically that's what Atlantis is, right?
Like-
That's what Atlantis is.
Because weren't they finding like mammoth bones in like Louisiana deltas and shit? Like when they were first like
Really?
colonizing that area. Because like everything washed from the north of the country down into the ocean.
That's true.
Yeah, they would find graveyards of them by like the hundreds or 1000s.
Just bones,
And they're like,
piled.
What the fuck
is
killed all
Where
of
did
them?
all these come
Yeah.
from? Like
Have you heard the theory of like that there was giants, like giant humans,
Mm-hmm.
and how there was like giant trees and all that stuff? And it was
Giant.
all like based
Everything
on
was
the air
bigger.
quality back then.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've heard about that. There's some crazy spin-off theories that have to do with that, like it's biblical theories too. Like there was just so much oxygen that allowed organisms to get
it's, like,
bigger,
huge. Yeah.
and so there was giant mammoths, there was giant cats, there was giant people too.
Yeah.
Like people would have been giant
There's
back then.
like I don't know if they're
Maybe.
like actually like real, but there's like pictures of people digging up like
Yeah, there's
grave
pictures
sites, and
of
they're,
giant
like,
skeletons.
huge people.
I
Titans
kinda-
were real. Attack on Titan might have been real.
There's a weird thing about that show.
Yeah, it's
Right.
Mm.
I'm like, that's my conspiracy. I'm like a believer that a lot of shows, not even just The Simpsons, they show things that are going to happen or have happened, or they
It's
predict
Hollywood.
things.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's
It's-
just insane.
yeah,
I've
we,
heard
we,
of this.
we need to cut it off right there.
Yeah.
Getting a little
Men in
deep.
Black are really gonna pop up on our doorsteps.
Yeah, we can't release this section.
But yeah, they do. They sprinkle little bits of the truth of reality
Right.
in movies and TV and stuff.
Have you guys seen Stranger Things?
Hmm.
Did you guys watch the last episode?
No, I stopped 1.5.
Yeah, me too.
I fell off. In video games too. In video games
Really?
too, they sprinkle this kind of stuff. Yeah, video games. Listen, video games is the most advanced art ever.
It is 100%.
So
My granddad worked for this company called Raytheon, which is basically like they make a bunch of technology for the military. And I would ask him all the time when I was in elementary school to come to like my Great American Teaching, and he would tell me, "No, we can't. I can't, because if I tell you any of this shit, we'll have to kill you." So
Yikes.
we were watching. I was at my grandparents' house over for Thanksgiving. We were watching a movie. I forget which movie it was, and he was like shocked at like the shit that they were putting in the movie, because it's like he's like, this shit is real. Like, why are they putting this shit in the movies? He was shocked that like I forgot exactly what it was, but he was like legit like, they really doing this? They showing y'all this on a movie?
See, like
Yes.
it's
like,
in plain sight.
He has like high clearance for like all that shit. Like all that shit. He was in Alaska for like in the 70s for like 8 years, just monitoring like satellites from Russia and shit. Like, so he was deeps in the shits.
security clearances and stuff.
I'm gonna need you guys to watch Stranger Things. At least the last season, or the third halfway last season.
Am I gonna be lost?
Maybe, but like you'll understand why I brought it up, because it kind of went off with like the aliens in the ocean thing, and then like what you're saying, it just aligns too well.
I might not watch it. I'll try and get this dish on YouTube.
I just say I'll watch a synopsis.
I'll find some YouTube
Yeah,
reviewer.
somebody's
Yeah,
gonna be out there
some-
telling you.
Nice.
Well, shit, man. We'll
Well-
wrap this thing up.
We just had Dayanara with Third Eye
Daya.
Essentials. Daya for you.
All right, Dad, go ahead and let them know what you got going on your social media, where they can find you, buy your ashtrays and rolling trays.
Yep. So I'm Daya, once again. I'm the owner of Third Eye Essentials. My Instagram is third.eye.essentials on Instagram. Hit me up if you need crystal jewelry, crystal anything, honestly. I'll give you what you need. Or if you need ashtrays, rolling trays, incense holders, any of the above, hit me up and I got you.
Custom work, guys.
Custom
Get it done.
work.
We're about to get a custom
100%
ashtray.
handmade.
Well, we'll post it. Y'all see it.
All right, guys. Peace.
All right.